But much has not changed in Asante's belief that God should be worshipped in a cultural context. The Asante royalty is mainly Anglican, thanks to PREMPEH's baptism. But the ivory trumpet poets and verbal artists still use their media to glorify God in the most cultural form of hybridism and through the sacrament of the Eucharist. The Asante Hene is today the titular head of the church in Asante, the Metropolitan Archbishop of the province of West Africa, and the primate is the Bishop of the Kumasi Diocese and a subject of the King, the Most Reverend Dr. Daniel Yinkasafu, as well as descendants of PREMPEH who have been chancellors and peoples and priests wardens over the decades. The impact is geo-neutral, and the singing of Handel, Zadok the priest, or God Save the Queen could be with the same flourish whether the Archbishop of Canterbury is officiating at the Westminster Abbey or St. Cyprian the Martyr in Kumasi.
Also thanks to that hospitality and the deliberate effort done by the Kingdom of the Republic of Seychelles. And which brings me really to the realization, as our last speaker really highlighted, that we are celebrating the Ashanti Kingdom has also extension places, and in particular the Republic of Seychelles, which today I have learned a very powerful truth, which one has to be now careful that it is not just in Ghana, but when you go to Seychelles, you will also find Ghana. So the first element that I've learned through this intervention is really that extended and the hospitality, and also the element that we are celebrating, which is part of the African culture. So at this momentous day, marking the centenary return of Asante Hene Otumpo PREMPEH I from exile in the Seychelles, UNESCO extends its heartfelt congratulations to the people of Asante and Ghana. This historic event is not only a significant milestone in the cultural heritage of the Asante Kingdom, but also a poignant reminder of its people's resilience and enduring spirit. As one of our experts clearly said, that the glory or the greatness of a kingdom reside in the duty to remember. And as we have been witness and looked into the past interventions, looking into that very rich and painful memory, but also demonstrating the strength, the resilience, as well as the effort to look into the future, one cannot but just remember that the greatness of the kingdom of Ashanti also resides in its effort in rebuilding, in revitalizing its culture. And I think that's all being done in the investment of His Majesty, Royal Majesty Asantehene Otumfo Osei Tutu, for all the work that he has been accomplishing in the last 25 years. What we have witnessed, what we have celebrated, I had the privilege of traveling with him and also with His Excellency the President. We were part of the British Museum with all the British experts. While we were talking about the restitution of cultural relics and cultural objects that were taken abroad in many parts of the world. And you know that Africa is still struggling to restitute most of its relics. His Majesty brilliantly, in a very powerful but very futuristic vision approach, he highlighted, and I said future because even within the UN system we've been debating how to restitute, how to bring back. He puts on the table a solution where all civilizations, where African relics has been taken, will come into Kumasi and will celebrate the ingenuity, the creativeness, the priceless value of those cultural heritage. Because you and I, we know the reason why they are kept into the museum is because they are priceless.
What did you say? mental Nanano Mam 7 on my papa.
Nanano said of him, so my papa.
It is so. We say me that one master sabre bia me to suffer one who do say yo.
And I know you got so what I must say. Sabre bia or 20 suffer one, what do I say yo?
We say me friend one man, na ye grata from me second from Brad one team and say one from
From so friend one. Na ye grata from the second free Amra into friend.
Nanano sem dada Amra was the
you will see some dada and I'm not sorry about it.
They can send my mama for me a sentiment.
Of him saucy getting I am not to say, oh my crying, now go food with that. I want to say, me my fine mom, Dunia, them see me met to my say. I feel so, you can say my crying, ma I'm not to them see me as I met them once.
He may have dreamt and began the book.
I feel so, of him so in the end.
And I myself from Brad Sadia become one says, and I'm used to get near Musibia, between an
I feel of him so say, young man, Sadia catching, he said. So what dear is someone, Yaman, no Disudia, and you went here, now prepare, but you had a cat, what Yaman and I said, man, you man for say I know you also get here, Papa, to my dear son, what the actual point that changes. You are saying, I'm not to say, say you went here, next step or day, man, that's when you should and you're about to now, PREMPEH, now what the actual one, I be saying that.
And I know my friend, I know where they sell for from Brother Sadia.
And I know you are so friend one. Now, when you sell for Frank, I'm not on Sadia. And I know, Madame, said you can so see Madame, and I know what's up.
Too much Debbie, you know, and now some of us spoke of Father. And you have put some when you mean answer, yes, and when Shabby, I'm saying I never press come on one. None of the old way. What a head, what a weapon, and let's practice it in him. Bassa, since you would have a probably many people.
I just could feel friend. And I'm from Casa. But see, and something will cut him. I'm running the train. They say, he. Now, I was what says. And if you want to see him, my Debbie, when I wear home, Debbie, Hura, Madame, let your woman say, you may pay me a pump. No, we are. I feel so. And you see, and if you are a people, you are a friend of Taylor, and the other. Yes, I was when you were happy. You have been where you were happy. As I see it, you are just in gym or for a farmer. No. Official could you go? But you see, someone else said what I hear. Was so sad. I must go call your dad. So soon I have if you want to someone you know that. Say, no place, man, which are me. Yajina was spoke about was very encouraging. He said, and I said, I'm not the man. Now you have a a Japati, I am which I pray the Buamayo. And then what did you tell? That is in the attack.
And Anna, two for Jamie, now, Cassa. I said, me, the Canada. And Papa, I'm not Mampo, Pocofu. That is near dancing. I would think I can buy that. And I'm not a man. I said, 7 years. Give me that. Maybe it's a Fabrican by. And I don't know what I would say. And what would in my hand? That's what why you do the baby. Me also to send my wife.
We said that you more brain of Papa. We said, some people who say, who is a now just you know, Madame said, and I practice it. Was to say, somebody you put up with you. Madame, your pa, you will say, when the mom now to a cat and pay I feel what to say, or what to you not to do. You're right, Madame said, and I'm essay. Say, I'm rather, I hope for the corner so. so on the Kaiser. I am above one of our
And now, Madame, I said, you last year. Madame, you can't help between him and say, you're such a very nice. Obey him and your money. See the medical. Now, Professor Madame said, and I'm saying,
actually, Mama say, what they are Kadaya and to person of Baba as I'm
Nana Sadia, now Professor, or see a feel so, Nipo person of the go. Yama, and also what they done and also Sandy and Gansen. Madame, and your cousin said, the virgin India, often Pepia, and in your dream from Emetana, before God will never turn over 30 years. Your massive, not a fake of Subiaba. That dreaming had been and the pastor answer. What did you play? Ever play? The pedestal is what your master. You have no idea. What you propose to the prayer, a master, yet it is no time. Now, Madame, said in an announcer. I tell me, Tiamet to Nanam, Mam, send a sibida one master papa. Nanam, now perhaps what a master papa. Said ye Nanamacano, Amra, donating penny for what we didn't want to say ye did. Said I perhaps said, or some not on Nenadom, or what you want as I you. Now, yes, so yet trust myself for fire. You are seeing trust in my answer, a sum of fire. Tiamet, campus, see a Tiamet, campus, young boy, yet the Prebian, personal church, and my would detain some personal better chance. Man saw a personal church, and my would change a personal better chance at my Tiamet. Tiamet, and I'm one semi can't pay numbers in the base and minute to my young temples go to the other. I said, and I know, such an upper. What's your name? Or 6 or 10 years, or then I sat to mine, or won't come for Shapas Coco. I'm not the Biad. And who you're not who and tell me, you're not who means 25 cents for you. You're not 25 cents for you. You're not what was going for us. You're not what you're a swan tower, and a photo. I'm your super photo. I told Pentezo, maintenance and every microscope coming. You're a swan dressing and who will go. I'm a microscope telling you. Nana will be in your paper, send me at my paper. Yes, you are saying your pioneers. Medias. You can see only here as you one or Kama Santimai, Sanabaya Santimai, the past, the private and the sea bed as a source and Metosa from Rabbits already. You're not passing guilty, a prayer and I'm going to see a just or to the Safran, so often a new coaches immigrant at Yabe. Said Yayana, you bet one more from an upper project, one who says something, Mamma said, as for not the papa of my soul. Cantabria, Yamunia, Nana, study an apprentice. Or see a bit of for. I'm not going to tell you now. Welcome, son. So, a man not of mine. So, good dress, I can't tell you from there. I trade your own, just your tooth. So, Casa, you are my Yamago to full one section at Tiamamre and Yamani. Your sister, what you say, your own, a man not of fire. Yamago for the two. What Tatiano, Asante, Amamre Yamani. Grazie cosa. Mi sembra grazie cosa. Io madame atiame untie papa go dey in cheno ma. Mo say on a dear friend said John answer. Answer. Sure. Sure. Benabona, sure.
Zio, Nanano, Zio, abofo nipa kwa babuchi. Nanano, sɛdeɛ na aprapɛseɛ no ɔsɛ saa abɔfoɔ yi a yɛato wɔ din ɛne abɔfoɔ a wɔtu wɔ ama akɔ abɔgye yi ma na mmom nananom ka hu sɛ yɛnkɔteɛ nananom na aprapɛsɛ wɔnka hu sɛ yɛnkɔteɛ biom a ɛno ane ahahan nti obiara tetefoɔ ma ne ma ne saa ne nti obiara tetefoɔ ɛma ne ma akyea me yɛ ketenkete yɛwurase nyatoɔ ketenkete nyatoɔ ketenkete yɛwurase nyatoɔ ketenkete ɛmmɔmatoɔ akɛseɛ yɛwurase toɔ akɛseɛ akyea me te ɛtoɔ kɛseɛ yɛwurase toɔ akɛseɛ na sika ɛbɛnya firi saa toɔ no na sika ɛbɛnya firi saa toɔ no yɛde amaako yɛakɔ abɔkyerɛ yɛde amaakɔfoɔ no na ɔde akɔ abɔkyerɛ nyinaa akyea me ɛgyeɛ o Musa banti mama memra meka sa meka toɔ no mu sɛ wɔyɛ ne nsa sɛ na nsɛ no toɔ ne bu abasa fu sɛ nketesi awuraware wɔn mo da mo do enti ofuwe ade bɛ na na akɔtire batuma asɛdeɛ na abrakase no wo sɛ pa otu fɔ kyam tie ma no tie wura sɛ batuma sɛ nka ba ɔko a ɛka ma mdi kan nanso yɛ akɔyɛ ko na yɛ nananom ne yɛtu ɔno akɔsi adan wɔ abɔgyina mu ne yɛtete toɔ ka na meka sɛ bia me nuanom nananom ɛbɛba ne agyina bɔ nana akyi dɔ na ɛtoɔ no matuma tena akɛseɛ nti na meka nsaada wɔ na aprɛpɛ wɔda ama sɛdeɛ batoma seɛ no ɛneɛ wɔ se sɛ saa na batoma ka deɛ neɛ mema no pɔmpra na ɔbɛkyerɛ meda no sɛ ɔbaaba na aprɛpɛ se kwa da hɔ wayɛ adeɛ daseɛ mu ɔkyea yi wura
Your Excellency, our former Governor, Sir William Bradford Griffith, is going on retirement. As a result, Her Excellency, Queen Victoria of the British government, has appointed Sir William Maxwell as the new Governor of the Gold Coast.
Thank you, gentlemen. It is a pleasure for me to serve with the best elite of scouting, of military tactic and administration. It is an honor, but also a deep responsibility. As you know, the European powers are racing for war. They try to get as much weapons as possible, needing for that to tap into new markets, fueling their industry, being able to secure the different resources. and the world is not for a period of peace. We are preparing for war. We are not nice and gentle anymore. This is the reason why my first task has been given to come here in Cape Coast and to resolve once for all the Ashanti problem.
This should be interesting. The Ashantis are not going to give up without a fight. Your Excellency, in 1891, Benton Gref offered to take Ashanti under British protectorate. King PREMPEH, confidence in his effort to revive and strengthen the Ashanti Empire, declined the offer by saying, I might say this is a matter of a very serious consideration, and which I'm happy that we have arrived here at this conclusion, that my kingdom of Ashanti will never commit itself to any such policy. Ashanti must remain independent as of all, at the same time being friendly with all white men.
Exactly. That's where the whole problem is. We are in conflict. We are preparing. The Germans are in the Volta region, the French in the Côte d'Ivoire. We, in the international race for power, it is only a question where the flags have been planted and where not. We have received your different reports in London. We have analyzed them deeply. Thank you very much for all your effort. And we have, the administration has arrived to the conclusion that it is not a good idea to do like in 1874, to attack straight away the Ashanti Kingdom. This may request too much of the very more and more precious British blood. This is why the administration has asked me to underline the existing treaty, the Fomena Treaty of 1974. I have already written a letter urgently to follow what the other kings have promised. One, we want to be able to interfere into the activity, so we need to have local British residents in Kumasi to be able to figure out things and act much more instinctively, and also to influence much more the population. Second, we need to have our markets, our goods float the market, destroying the artisanship. Three, we need the local population to hate their own traditions of their fathers to come to our civilized world. Fourth, it has been promised that a lot of gold will be paid. Right now, the empire is expecting some 50,000 ounces of gold. If the Ashantis would pay that, they would have much less aggressivity in our direction. Last but not least, Julius Caesar, 2,000 years ago, explained, divide to rule. We have asked in the Fomena Treaty, and they have accepted, that any tribe rebelling against them, asking for our protection, will be left in that positive state for us, and this is not happening.
Your Excellency, as I always say, we have to forcibly send troops to Kumasi to prepare the ground for another war with the Ashantis. When Sir Garner Wolseley sent troops to conquer them, they became afraid of us. The war made them lose vast territories. We also looted their royal regalia and rich treasures.
As the governor has said, we have to review our strategies against the Ashantis. Inasmuch as we have previously fought and conquered them, anytime some of the founding factions like Mampong, Suta, Hokofu, and Adanse attempt to join our government, and then unexpected immediately they change their mind.
Yes, I know the king is very politically powerful, but we have to find another solution.
We have to take action.
Exactly.
Your Excellency, I think we have to send soldiers and arrest King PREMPEH and put him in prison.
Yes, this might be a very good idea, Chamberlain.
Your Excellency, you have a visitor.
Yes.
Your Excellency,
Yes.
this is Hamitia, an informant from Asante.
Be welcome, Kwame Tua. You're welcome in this place just like yours.
Hey, Abasma. I'm not listening. They can't tell that I'm a papa. Abasma or Juba.
I'm not a graduate.
British.
That's what I'm saying. The Basel will cheer up with a papa. Say, Bow Best come for me. Say, between my hat. Now, in Prempeh, the Yakos was at Melbourne. But the Abrenes said, you're basically a Buonama, what you get, and that also what to the nearby year. So I want to buy. Why?
Your Excellency, Hamitia is an honest person. All the information he gives us are very accurate. And he says he came to welcome you and make you aware of everything that is going on in the Ashanti.
This is exactly what we needed.
Yes.
Tell him I have great presents for people like him.
Hamitia, it's a man all the time. I say, and no, it's a baby. Or what I is from coming to more. Okay.
So, as an informant, I would need to know what is the latest development in the Ashanti Kingdom.
Exactly.
As we have the desire to bring the Ashanti Kingdom into modernity, knowing the fact that his desires will be quite part of our efforts.
I'm not a single guy there. Obama, about some Nazaba. Come here,
I'm not a graduate. Today, tomorrow, I'm not going to say. Katana, what you don't have to do now, Nezaka. What I hear from I do home. And what can I say? As you see, and I'm not a one. That you can't do as was yourself. Today, say, I'm not to do it when you're doing. I don't think, I want to say, I want to go for a portrait. What you know, no one can say, Sakatana, not to trouble. As a Shasiana, and I want to move it. I don't have a buy.
Your Excellency, he says, Nana PREMPEH has received your letter, but he doubted you. And he and his chiefs started insulting you to the extent that they sent a delegation to go to Victoria, our queen. Yes, to verify if she sent you to write that letter. So he came here to inform you.
Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, I'm sorry. I think we have to send our soldiers and arrest these chiefs.
Yes, but first, our position is not yet compromised much. For sure, my reputation, the reputation of my father, my grandfather, all loyal subjects of the Queen, are questioned by such an obscure delegation. But who are they? Here there are princes and kings. Over there, they're just well-dressed, anti-Christian, rebellious troops, rebellious against the empire.
I think it is King PREMPEH's counselors that have given him that idea. Else, there's no way he would decide to bring such hefty debts upon himself.
Chamberlain, Ossie, it is dinner. I will do for out to Nana PREMPEH for no more the matter.
You're putting to I was working. I was saying, what was all ɛkɔ kumasi a anaasɛ ntoma mu a wahene baako si esiri na wɔde ba fam baako si sɛ aburokye yi ma ɛbɛ sɛ ɔda wɔn nyɛ wɔn nsɛm na wɔn sɛ yi wɔ kuro na wahene no ɛtwa wɔn baako ti sɛ ɔda wɔn mu gya wɔn bɛ kum nipa saa de nipa mu gya no afɔre dɔteɛ abɔ ne toa na wɔn de ɛsɛ wɔn ayi firi
Ɛkasa no.
I will just tell Ometua that I have increased the present because of his goodwill. Reassure him that it will be his name that will be recalled by Victoria, not the delegation, not those chiefs. Tell him to please follow you to our head officer so that he can give the name of all those sub-chiefs that are trying to interfere in our politics. He is greatly rewarded for this.
Hey, Tim. And what time? I want to intimate them. I am fine. One is so good to power at the margin. Hope you bet you won't. Yes, Excellency. I'll leave you. Come here so that you can be the list.
Great. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, this meeting was a bit scary for me, has found quite some interesting information. I think we should be careful not to relieve ourselves of the international stress of our diplomatic situation.
We keep delaying too much.
We are going, but we need to stay calm and find the best way possible. In all the different ways that Nicholas Machiavelli has taught in his book. And this is how we are going to do. So please stay alert and think about it. We are going to act.
Santini Papa Dia was doing well. Amasikaja and an apple.
In their anger towards Nana PREMPEH for defying them, for resisting them, arrested him, his chiefs and his family, and exiled them all to the Seychelles. In order to do that and take control of the Asante Empire, they painted Asante cultural histories as vile and evil. They painted a cultural practice like human sacrifice as barbaric, and ironically, such sacrifices were not unique to Africa. The ancient Britons too sacrificed humans to their gods, Teutates and Tyrannus. By depicting African traditions as vile and evil, they sought to legitimize their control over Asante Empire. But King PREMPEH, wise and endearing, resisted the British rule, and for that they were exiled. The story of the British remains a complex web of intrigue, power, and politics. And yet this is the story of one man who stood tall and resisted oppression. This is the story of a king, kind, courageous, and wise. This is the story of Nana Ajiman PREMPEH I, the 13th king of the Ashanti Empire. Thank you.
Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Majesty, if it pleases you at this point, humbly I ask that as many as can, we observe a celebration of those who parted in the Seychelles and could not make it home. For they too have been and continue to be the bearers of the heaviest burden for our freedoms that we enjoy today. This I so pray. And so we shall all rise, and for 100 seconds, we shall not be silent. We shall riot, we shall roar, we shall clap, we shall celebrate and immortalize the memory of all who passed in the Seychelles and could not make it home. This is to our forebears.
From Mother Yasantua to the great Nanija, to the least who passed in glory in the Seychelles, we say rest in glory, your legacy lives on. A resounding round of applause once again.
in February. We hope to see the final and the full version of what you have displayed to us today. And for the eloquent speakers, Professor Chopper from Seychelles, Haifaji Mendia, and the eminent speaker, Professor Adijemfi, the man with the vim. We really thank you all for your deliverance of these amazing speeches and presentations. The multimedia group behind us, thank you very much. Koinibo Ensemble, really want to thank you for this expression of Asante culture in music and dance. And for the cultural group that gave us this performance, we thank you immensely. But before I finish, I also want to express a great appreciation to the Silver Jubilee Planning Committee, led by our able Nana Chair, Uchiosrebo II. Nana, we thank you very much for leading us through the year from the beginning to now. The Silver Jubilee Planning Committee has been working in the background of all of this, made up of Berema Savo Chubu Akudia, and Nana Ifa Pentin Mompata, Berema Oji Abua Mankwad, Kuntinase, Nana J. Koko Techiri, Tuobodom, Nana Okitechi Amua Otru, Kuntunchia, Japekurum, Nana Jakumedifi, Mampohima, Nana Jabin, Afrakuma Kusi Bodum, Agohima, Chamfua Safubuachi, Ajima Bonsu Akwamu, myself, Onibe Yahene, and then Suasapuaji man, Tufuachi Amehene, and I could see Ura Kuntihene, Mr. Kofi Bedu, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Endesa Hene, Mr. Charles Sechere, and Apukuajiman, and Dr. Mensa Bonsu. These 17 individuals have been in charge of all these organizations ending up today. And we're not done yet. We have tomorrow to go, which will be the Durbar at Bojawi at Menchia. And then finally, the Thanksgiving service, which will be the exact 100 year of the anniversary that we are celebrating. And it will take place at St. Cyprian Cathedral, where we will be honored to hear from His Excellency, the President of Seychelles, who will also double up as the preacher. So don't miss that. So thank you all for making the day and for coming to join us, and wish you all safe travels back home. And we wish our king many, many years of unbearable, amazing wisdom and resourcefulness. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Thank you.
To this end, we say many thanks to you for graciously